Intellectual pack. Assemble. It is time for another entry in the Game Buster reviews. Now, this time, we are going to be covering Mafia, the Old Country. Now, this was one of the games I added to my list that of games to bring you guys. That took me a little bit of time to actually like buy, basically, and it took me a while because I was kind of hurting for money, yeah, like it really did take me a while to actually buy the game and be able to bring it to you guys. Now, that being said, though, before we go into this review, I'm going to let you guys know. The game that will be taking the place of Mafia, the Old Country, we had already started on Friday. And that being, of course, Resident Evil Requiem. Now, if we get done with Resident Evil Requiem, you know, hello, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do next yet, but that is something I will figure out. In fact, I think I already have it figured out, really. I think we'll probably be doing Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2. But that all depends, because there are a few games that are already out that I kind of have an eye on. And games that, we have yet to do that I've had on the list for a while. But when it comes to it, I'll figure out what we're going to do. So, all that being said, spoilers ahead. Now, Mafia, the Old Country, ended kinda how I thought it would, with a not really happy ending. Enzo, the guy you play as, gets falls in love with this lady. I forget her name now. Damn it. Oh, crap. I forget it. Isabella, that's her name. Who is the daughter of the Don he just started serving under. And when Don wants to decide who his daughter is going to marry, hello. But Enzo falling in love with her. She falls in love with him right back. We spend the whole game pretty much watching them try to hide it. He knocks her up at one point. Hello. And they plan to escape to America. I don't say my real name on here. But unfortunately, the Don does find out what's going on. Plans to have his daughter and Enzo's child forcibly aborted. Obviously, that does not go over very well. The Don gets killed by you, the player, as Enzo. And Caesar, or Cesare, basically, I think is how you say his name. His like son or nephew or something. Hello. Gives Enzo a hand, which you think for a moment that he's actually going to help him out. He pulls him close, says he's sorry. They start to wonder, what are you sorry about? And then in that moment, you see Enzo's eyes grow wide as you hear a knife strike. And it's a knife right there. And that leads to Enzo basically bleeding out, I guess, supposedly. We don't see his death on screen, really. You kind of see him fade away, but not really. You know he's dead, basically. And, Cesare goes back to Isabella, and Isabella's asking him, where's Enzo, and he hands her basically a bunch of blood-stained money, and lets her know he's dead, basically. So basically the family brought Enzo in. They killed him. Isabella is forced to go to America alone, pregnant. Yeah, honestly though, hell of an amazing game. It kind of makes me wonder if they're ever going to make another Mafia game. I don't know if they are, but if they do, it would be pretty cool. Now, that being said, though, my verdict for Mafia, the old country, is Unbroken. Now, I will see you guys again tomorrow. First, for another episode of Borderlands 4. Then, later on, at about 7 p.m. Central tomorrow, for another episode of Sunday Night Heat, as we continue to build towards WrestleMania 21. But as always, remember, stay safe, stay dangerous. Love you guys. Later.